day 9 of my challenge. I'm trying to reach the rating of 2000 before the end of the year. And today there are two very important lessons. One, we see a new chess tactic, the auto-checkmate. And two, we see how to exploit a poison pawn. Let's go. First game, we have the white pieces. Let's go with the move e4, which is my favorite move. e4, e5. Today we play something different. Let's play the King's Gambit. This is one of the sharpest chess opening. And the idea is that we want to remove this pawn away, sacrifice this pawn to control the center really quickly. Now, before controlling the center, going with 2 pawns, I want to play the move knight there, because I want to avoid this queen to sneak here, giving this annoying check. And now I think is a good moment to play the move d4, so that we are attacking this pawn, and I guess we're going to take it. We have equal material right now, and we have the open file, the open f file, so we could attack this pawn one more time. Now they are attacking this knight, meaning that we have to be careful. If they take here, and I take with the queen, this pawn would be unprotected. That's why I'm going to play this move. I like it, because I'm pinning this knight. Now probably I will have to take. Yes, we will take, because if not I would have problems with them after the move b5. And now we simply castle. We nearly have all the pieces developed. We still have to bring the knight to the action, and we simply go. And then we are ready to push forward this pawn and to start to attack the king. I'm thinking if I have any aggressive threat, any aggressive move, I will play the move h3 just to ask a question to this bishop. What do you want to do in your life? Usually it's very useful to play moves to ask a question, because now the bishop had to decide, so do I stay on this diagonal or do I go back here? They chose to go back, and now I'm not stopping from playing this move. Taking space in the center of the board, potentially bringing a knight to e5, attacking this pawn one more time. And also, I'm creating a huge weakness, because now those 2 pawns are not having a fun time. But I have to calculate if it's even better to play a different move. For example, pawn takes, and then where is the knight going? Because the knight cannot go there, cannot go there. Knight shouldn't go there because I just take and win a pawn. So the knight has to go there on the side, because if the knight goes back there, we definitely have to take with the pawn. We are stopping black from castling. That would be great. But I think the knight gets to this square, attacking the bishop. We have to move the bishop one more time, and then they castle. That's why probably it's best to just take with the knight. And we are bringing a piece forward. We are creating a weakness. Our pawn is connected to all the other friends, so we don't create an isolated pawn by taking here. And we have a nice position. I'm going to play queen f3, attacking this pawn one more time. Once you have developed all your pieces and castled, you have to try to bring really all of them to the board. And there are the 2 rooks that wants to join the party as well on the e and d file. The rooks are so strong on open files. c5 is attacking this pawn. Now, as always, when a pawn is attacking another pawn, you usually have 3 options. You can take, you can push, or you can stay where the pawn is. In this case, we might have to protect the pawn. Now, we have to consider that those pawns are very weak, so typically it's not smart to trade my strong pawn on the center for this pawn. That's why c5 is a very smart move. I'm for sure not going to take, because the bishop would be activated with a check. My opponent is solving so many problems with just 1 trade. No. Pushing is an option, because those 2 pawns are still weak, and I'm just improving my space situation at the center of the board. I have to ask one question. Is this pawn here weak? And I think even if this pawn is a target, because it's now attacked by the knight, it's protected already twice and can be protected a 3rd time by the rook. So this move is definitely possible. Is there any better? If I play rook here, after pawn takes, they got rid of the weak pawn, but they activated my rook. That's also very interesting. I'll play d5. And the reason why I chose to play this move is the following. My opponent has the bishop here. And the bishop here does so well in open positions. That's why I prefer not to trade many pawns and not let my opponent trade pawns, because like this, these bishops are a little bit blocked. Right now I have to bring the rooks to the open file. Now I have to ask rook here or rook there. What's the best? I could also take there if I want. I could also try to go with the knight here if I want. I think we go with the rook there. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe actually this is the best. Maybe. I'm not sure. I have to consider, depends what my opponent is playing actually, and depends what I want to play next. Yeah, now they are bringing a rook, a queen here, so actually the rook would be stronger there. I could also consider taking, I could consider bringing the other rook there. I could also consider just moving my knight away. I could also consider taking here, but I think I will play the strongest of all. Threat something. So now I'm threatening a discovery check and the queen has to move one more time. Now, did my rook activate there? I don't know, but we are improving this position. And how to improve it even more, I think this is a great move. Bishop here. So this is protected by the rook. So I can activate this bishop even more because the bishop right now is doing nothing. Instead, now I'm attacking this knight and that is also attacked by a queen. And this knight cannot move really well, cannot go forward. Can be protected a second time by the bishop, but then the bishop would become again passive. And if the knight is moving, has to go back there, which is such a sad position. Usually, if your opponent doesn't make big mistakes, you cannot be winning out of the opening. You need to increase the advantage slowly, keep putting pressure. And if you maximize your pieces and your opponent always has to go in passive and passive square, at some point you're completely winning. It happens slowly, but consistently. Now, for example, I could already take there, and it's basically already game over. Material is completely equal, but my pieces are just so much stronger. I'm taking here, and the bishop is protecting the rook, and now we take with the queen. I'm threatening mate, more or less. Okay, they are trading. Now I'm still left with those two pieces that even if they are not attacking right now, they are very quickly to join the action. I'm thinking about bringing a knight here, but then the knight could be traded. I still have an extra pawn and a huge attack, so that could be already enough. But I'm thinking about, can I bring the knight there by pushing this pawn after the trades? I mean, I would love to bring the knight here with tempo. I don't want to. I want to sacrifice pawn takes and then go with the knight there. But there is my queen that would be hanging. So maybe I can move my queen to an efficient square before doing that. But if I go with the queen there, then queen here, they want to trade. So not sure, but maybe queen here. I'm threatening this pawn. Ooh, I love this move. Even if I'm controlling a square where the knight would love to go. Okay, let's go. Queen here. I like it. Also, we are threatening knight there. Because if bishop takes, I might be able to take there. Not sure, because maybe I don't have mate. And I cannot leave a piece hanging, but it could be an option. Okay, we just take a free pawn. There we go. Even if this pawn can also be captured. Yes, that's right. Ooh, time is running out. I'm not sure what I should play here. Okay, let's skip the queen to the center of the board. And now, I want to push there. A few time. Let's play rook here. I mean, the idea is quite simple. I want to play the move d6, so I can activate my knight even more. And now it's time. Bang. d6. Crushing the position. If the pawn takes, I'm ready to take with the rook, and then the knight is joining the party. At some point, I might just sacrifice my rook there, but just at the right moment. Okay, guys, are you ready? Can I play this move? Oh, no, my rook. Okay, they didn't take. And now my knight is strong and is ready to jump forward. It's good that this pawn is not here, because if not, they would have a draw. So we have to be careful. It's not super simple to win this game, because we don't have a forced mate. No. But we might soon have it. Wait, this move just is a move that just automated. Because GG's. The King's Gambit is too powerful. Maybe we can play again the King's Gambit. No. Okay, the French. We're playing against the French defense. And now became something like a Sicilian. So should we play? Okay, I will play. I never played the open Sicilian, but for once... I'm very confused about this opening. Okay, so they didn't go for the French. That would be like d6 and then you play d5 attacking the center. But they are attacking the center for the side. Now, after knight here, I'm protecting this pawn, and after pawn takes, we go back to the Sicilian defense. But now they play this move, and they're still waiting. Now, you know what? I'm pushing forward. I would say that these moves are a waste of time. I mean, there is not one move that I'm expecting here. Either I'm about to be winning, or I'm about to be losing. Anyway, let's go over the check with the knight. Great. Now there is a pawn that is under attack. So I think this could be a very sensible move. We are unpinning the knight so that the knight is protecting both pawns at the same time. The queen is back attacking this pawn. Is this worrying me? Usually this is called a poison pawn, because if the black queen takes, the queen is out of the game for a long time and could be trapped. I think I will ignore it, and if this pawn wants to be taken, go ahead and take. I will show you why that pawn shouldn't be taken in so many situations, and I believe this is one of them, because I have such a great development, and you're playing one more move, moving the queen one more time, the queen is about to be trapped there, could be trapped there. For example, I mean, rook here, the queen has just one square. If I can play, for example, I don't know, a4 to remove this last square. Knight b5 is usually a move that is blocking the queen, but now I couldn't play. But honestly, I could simply castle. I could also simply castle, and this queen is just not having a fun time. Or I could play first this, queen here, rook there, queen here, and then knight b5, queen there, sorry, queen back here. So the queen has a possibility to come back. But even if the queen goes back... Okay, here, wait, there is a tactic. Have you seen that? Did you find it while I was checking for fancy way to win the queen? Actually, I can exploit that the queen is in a bad position to attack the queen with the knight. The queen cannot move here, 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 there. The queen has just one square. And then my knight is going there, attacking the rook and this bishop, and I win a piece. So that's why, that's one of the reasons. Sometimes you can trap the queen with a move like knight b5. You're avoiding the queen to go backward, and you're attacking this fork, you're threatening this fork so many times, and then you're going to play rook b1 and the queen is trapped. Okay, now we go with the knight there. We are just attacking two pieces at the same time, the rook and the bishop, and there is just no way to save them. There is no way to save the bishop, there is no way to save the rook. If the rook moves here, I just stay there. The rook goes back, and then I can bring back the knight. So I just win a full piece here for just a pawn. That's why the B pawn, also the G pawn, but the B pawn even more, they are called poison pawns. I'm taking now here, and the rook has to move one more time. Or maybe not. We take also the rook. That's great. And now we will simply castle, or maybe not. Because we can attack this knight, and bad news, this knight cannot go anywhere. The knight cannot go here, cannot go there, cannot go there. But attention, the bishop was able to defend. But now I'm taking here. Oh wait, there is another fork. Man, I swear I'm not pulling here. Educational content. So we are attacking two pieces at the same time, I hope. We are attacking two pieces at the same time. I'm taking back here. Now this knight is also hanging the castle. That's very good. I'm also castling. This knight has the square now where they can go, but I'm very happy to trade one piece. All right. This queen is playing with fire. No, for real. This queen again could be trapped. And maybe I just let it be. Let it be. Because I could play this, queen there, and then this, but I'm just trading the queens. But if I would have a rook there, then the queen would nearly be trapped, and probably I will leave the rook there. Just leave it there. And what to play? Knight here. Let's improve a piece, attacking two pawns that are well protected. That's a great business. Once I could go to take this pawn, because after, for example, f6 seems like a very smart move, because both pawns that I'm attacking are protected by the queen and by the knight. So f6 says to the knight, bye. But if the knight goes back, that's a success for black. That's why I'm not doing that. And I'm going for an intermezzo, an intermediate move. I'm going to first attack the queen with the rook. The queen has to move, and then this pawn will be hanging. And I'm also attacking the queen. So the queen will have to move one more time. Anyway, I have an extra rook here. So the only thing I have to do is to trade pieces and to safely play the endgame, I guess. So I could already go to trade the queens. But at this point, we go all in. Usually there are two approaches when you are up material. One, you play safe, trade pieces, go to the endgame. Two, you give checkmate. You try to not trade pieces actually, and to use your majority at your own advantage. Right now, this rook here, that is my extra rook, is not playing. That's why I'm not really showing my power, the extra power. Also, this knight is a little bit out of the game, so it's not such an impressive position. That's why I'm slowly improving all my pieces. Let's go with the bishop here. I'm happy if this knight is traded. Honestly, this knight is the strongest piece that black has in this moment. That's good. Every time you can you can trade one strong piece for one weak piece. Wait, on strong pieces of your opponent for one weak piece of yours, it's good. It's always good. There's a free pawn here, and I'm taking that. Also, the knight is suddenly active again, and this pawn, red carpet, 2 squares to go. Just 2 squares to go. Let's go with the knight. We have to bring it back. Imagine if the queen moves here. Could be a move. Okay, let's go with this. Now really the red carpet is there. The queen is moving and we push. We are promoting. Black is just trying to do so. But we are really promoting because we're controlling the promotional square, and there is just not enough material controlling that. I think this is possible to resign here. But they are fighters. Fighters. We give a check here, and now it's mate. Either in the next move or in 2 moves. So this is a bim. Bim, boom, bam. This is the Italian version of bing, boom, bam. And honestly, there is no Italian version. This is all the languages. Oh, this could be so beautiful. Guys, get ready. Sacrifice the rook. I'm letting my opponent promote. But if they promote, there will be an amazing tactic, which is the counter check. They're giving me a check, but now bang, I go back and I discover the check of the queen. I thought this was going to be mate at the next move, but it's not actually. Because I wanted to give mate with the rook, but there is not mate with the rook. And if I go with the queen, the king is going back here, and I cannot move this rook because I was also Puck! Check. That's beautiful. Now, I will give mate with the help of Mr. Knight. Anyway, I could have simply taken this queen and would be completely winning, but now I give a check. The king has to move one more time. Maybe I don't have a check. Wait, okay. I'm really playing with fire, but let's do it. So we go here, give a check. We go here, give a check. And that's mate. Now it's mate. That's nice. When you see a free queen, look for better. Here, by the way, I missed a mating too. I hope you can find it. And we go with the last game for today. We have the black pieces and playing against Satyam Patra. E4, E5, and we protect this pawn. So this is a very classic position, and they are going for the Scotch game, attacking the center immediately. Now we take, and they usually take back with a pawn. With the knight. And now there are 2 options. You have to develop your pieces, and either you go with the knight or you go with the bishop. Let's go with the knight. I'm attacking this pawn, and they are protecting. Now you can play a very sneaky move. Bishop here. You are pinning this knight, and you're attacking this pawn that is protected just by the knight. So you're already threatening to win a pawn. Now, bishop here is the natural defense, but would leave this knight hanging. That's why the main move here is to first trade the knight after pawn takes to go with the bishop defending. F3 is a new move, but could be a problem. I'm already thinking about the move d5 here. And I like this move. Going for the center, exploiting the weaknesses that my opponent has. This diagonal could be weak. This pawn is right now weak. This knight is also a bit shaky, so I think they have to trade. But if they trade here, suddenly I have a new move possible. Move d4. There we go. Now I take back. And now d4 is also a possibility. Bishop d2 seems a normal way to defend this knight, but I believe it could be a problem for them. They are just taking like this. Okay, I'm taking back here. Again, this move is a problem for them. And the main part is that there is Ben Feingold, which is a chess grandmaster, very famous chess grandmaster, that says always never push the f-pawn, never play f3, never play f6. Because basically every time you play this move, you're weakening your king forever. Because no matter if you are not castled, there is this diagonal that is really weak. And if you castle, well, this diagonal is still very weak. So the f-pawn is really a very important protector of the king. That's why push it just if you really must do that. And okay, this is a nice move because it's a check while developing a bishop. And usually just the last thing about the f-pawn, once you push the f-pawn, consider go for long castle because the king might be safer on that side of the board. What move do we have to control to protect this check? This is one, and I think we go for this, offering the trade of bishops. My opponent actually solved the problem, so probably we are just ending up in an equal position. We're also giving a check here, I see. I don't want to trade too much material. Maybe I will just play king f8. But then they can take, and castle. I'm not sure that if that's good. Okay, let's go with the queen here. If they want to trade the queens, I'm up to it. We can go for that. We can trade. I'm up to it, by the way, I think you say. Castle. They don't want to trade the queens. Uh-huh. I will be the one trading then. Yeah, let's trade those ladies. We get to an end game. Well, middle to end game. Still, there are so many pieces. Usually, it's hard to define the line between middle game and end game very clearly. A nice way for me is to understand if I go with the king in the middle, is my king getting mated? And in this, with so many pieces, I think the answer is yes. So we're not technically in an endgame yet. I'm playing this move, which is maybe a blunder. No, it's good. I thought I was maybe blundering a pawn, because now the bishop could take, and after pawn takes, this is hanging. But after bing, boom, bang, I respond with the intermezzo. I save my bishop, giving a check, and then I'm attacking there. Now the rook is attacking this one more time, so it's maybe time. No. We just take here. We want a piece. Because the knight was protecting the bishop and is the only piece that was doing that. Yeah, this move is in intermezzo, but I now take there and I already have an extra piece, which is very nice. That's why tactics are so important and they can make you improve so much. Now I could take there and trade even more. I could also play this move. Yes, lots of chess players really overestimate the importance of openings. But I can tell you guys, most of your games are just decided by tactics. Tactics. That's why what makes you really improve in chess is this one. Do your tactics every day. Let's go, GG's. And talking about tactics, these are the most important tactic patterns that you must know. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. This is day 8, and see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.